I'm doing this.
Alright. So, my name is Madeline, and we were just thinking that this might be a good time to make my video on reasons I want to be on Naked and Afraid. Basically,
Why should you be on the show?
the reason we're thinking about it now is because we thought this would be a good example of just kind of how I am resourceful in general and how I love building things, especially out of nature and natural products. This is a bunch of bamboo that we just harvested today and over the weekend. We got it all for free. They were going to shred all this up, and I just could not let that happen. So we were actually able to get a whole load of it, which we're gonna make all kinds of cool stuff out of it, furniture. We make dreadlock beads out of the smaller pieces. With the bigger stuff, we've made a couple different things. My favorite thing that we made so far was a bed frame, and we basically just kind of cut the pieces to the sizes that we want and tie them together on the ends, and then we also put some screws through them and everything, and it was like just an awesome, beautiful bed frame made from bamboo. So we have lots of plans for this stuff. So I'm just gonna keep getting these all hauled out, and then we'll go talk about the other reasons why I should be on Naked and Afraid, other than that I'm resourceful and I love nature, and we'll get more into that later. There's some other things that we built. We moved from Florida to Texas recently, and there's some things I could show you quick. We bought this trailer for our move so that we could put all of our stuff in here, and we've also kind of converted it into a place that you can sleep. So that we didn't have to spend money on hotels along the way. We did this awesome road trip. It took us like, what, 24 days I think we were on the road?
Yeah, about a month.
Which is similar to 21 days in the forest. No, so anyway, it already had a air conditioner hooked up, but we actually built this bed so that we can fold it out so that it's larger. I don't know if I can do this way. So it lays down flat this way, and then we can actually move the mattress so that it flips this way, so it can be more of a two-person sleeping area. And then when we're not sleeping, pull this back. Hard trying to do it really fast. We fold this back, and then we usually have like a nicer, bigger futon mattress on here. And then we have our little sitting area. So all this stuff we built out of scrap wood, stuff that I found on the side of the road. These are like old flooring pieces that I thought were cute. Cut and nail gun them down there. And then these are from the side of the road, these little bench pieces. We cut those, and they're actually removable so that we can have all this space if we want for all this will be storage underneath for when we move again. So maybe get a good picture, maybe from the outside.
That's good.
So this is what it looks like from this end. And we put these frames in and everything so it's bug proof. And we go park this like on the side of the road next to the river, or down here in Texas you can actually bring it right onto the beach and we just park it. So this end is facing the ocean, and we just take a nap in there or dry off and sit in there and everything, and then we just sit out here. Oh, and we got some of our bamboo pieces that I used here. Woo! Yeah, so those are holding up the bed in a little bit of style. But yeah, this is like my favorite little spot. And even parked out back here, I like to just hang out in here. Okay.
Little spider. Thought that was bug proof.
Some of the reasons why I would like to be on the show. One, I've been watching the show for years now, along with the other outdoorsy nature lovers in my family. We all love the show. And I've gotten to the point now where I watch the show and it just kind of makes me sad and frustrated that I haven't been on it yet, and it's hard for me to watch because I guess I'm a little bit jealous that these people get the opportunity and that I haven't. An example of my favorite thing to do and what's actually fun to me, which a lot of people can't believe, they don't understand, but so my boyfriend and I, we get off work on Friday. He gets off a little later than me, so I get home. I start packing up a cooler, ice, maybe some hot dogs, lunch meat, and grab the fishing poles, a couple blankets, and that's pretty much it. And then we go and we put the canoe, 14-foot canoe, on top of the Monte Carlo, we didn't have the big Tahoe back then, so we had to get rid of that when we moved to Florida. So we had this big ass canoe on top of our little Monte Carlo, strapped down and everything, and we would drive to the causeway. This is Merritt Island, between Cocoa and Merritt Island, and we found this awesome island, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile off the causeway. So you pull up on the causeway, and what it is it's free camping to me. If you can get out to the island, you can stay there for free. So we put our stuff in the canoe and basically haul it out to this island. Nobody else is out there. You pull up onto this beautiful sandbar and the island is yours. Half the time I just right away take my shirt off. I have no problem with being naked.
Any problems with being afraid?
And then, we fish and we set up our little camp. We usually have a little, like a 2-person tent. And sometimes, like on the way over, the waves will be really high. It's not like it's kind of backwater, so it won't be. It's not like what do you call it? It's not like a dangerous river flow, but the waves get really high. We've gone out on it in the middle of the night, and it's beautiful, and it's like the moonlight, and you're the only, the river's just still, and sometimes it's the opposite, and there's this crazy crashing waves, and we've had it so there was like this many inches between like the canoe top and the water, and the waves are coming over, our blankets are all getting wet, and we just throw the blankets over a tree branch and they dry, and we have a private island to ourselves, and we stay there for 2 days fishing, collecting nature stuff, and just loving being out there and having the privacy. And then that brings me to my other reason why I want to be on the show, is I just love the survival aspect. Like, I love the challenge. It's fun to me to struggle and to have to figure out ways to make things work. When something breaks, I'm always trying to figure out, okay, that's not a big deal. How are we going to fix it? In life. And then, of course, when we're out in those camping situations, that's the reason I don't like to bring a whole ton of stuff. I like to, like, we're not out there packing like plates and forks and spoons and shit. Like, we will make those when we get out there. So we get on the island, and the first thing we always do is make a fire, and I'm good at building fires, keeping them going and everything.
How'd you learn that skill?
Basically, I guess my dad brought us camping all the time growing up, and so I'm always used to camping. Yeah. Wait, okay, so I would be really excited about working with a stranger. I love teamwork, and like my whole life I just feel like we're all in this together, and I love trying to work together with other people and other personalities, and then meeting like-minded people, and it's just even meeting people that we don't I don't necessarily understand. I like to try to understand, and I like to try and work with makes everything the way it's supposed to be. So working with other people, teamwork, togetherness, very open to all of that. So yeah, after we were finished with that camping trip, then we kind of like haul everything back over to the real world, is what I always call it, on Sunday afternoon, evening, when we're heading back home. And then we try to fit back in with society. Go to work on Monday morning, which I don't feel like I fit in to today's society. I almost feel like I was born in the wrong time. I don't like how everything is just kind of like handed to us. I like to work hard. The idea that you have to go drive to a gym to work out your body and then drive home to go to sleep, to go to work, to then do the whole cycle again, it's just like, does not make sense to me. I feel like I should be working outside. Like, my day should consist of building my home and building my homestead, and raising my animals that I'm going to eat instead of going to the grocery store and picking it up, and working on my land and my food on my land, and by the end of the day, stacking wood, collecting wood, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's how you were supposed to get your exercise. That's how your body is supposed to work. That's the natural way. So I just always want to like fall back on the most natural way that we're supposed to live, and that not only do I know that is how it's supposed to be, but that's what's good for me. That's how we started, and it's fun. And I think it's fun. So yeah, that's why I think I would be perfect, like a perfect candidate to be on the show, so that I can have the opportunity to do that. And if I don't get on the show, I'm probably gonna do it anyway, somewhere else, somewhere where I can have my own homestead. I don't necessarily have to be naked all the time, but
that's okay with me.
But yeah, someday I will have it set up so I can live that way. And if you gave me the opportunity to just kind of do the most extreme version, I would love it. Love it. So, all right. Hopefully I will see you in a jungle somewhere.